it's Jenny from Ginger Ninja Crafts. How are you? I'm here with a little open collab video. So it is the ATC MDC open collab, and that is for artist trading cards or ATCs and memory Dex cards or MDCs. And it's hosted by 3 lovely crafters. You'll find their channels all linked in the description box for this video. But they are Creative Chica Halls and Crafts, Kimmy's Kitchen and More, and Cat Cass and Callie. I find it hard to get my tongue around that last one. So what I have been doing is I have actually made some ATCs, a memory Dex card and some ATC coins, but I thought I would jump in and show you part of the process. So this is what I've done so far for my ATC, because it needed to dry, so I cheated and did it off camera. So I basically took a stencil, this leafy stencil, which I think is maybe a funky fossil, is that what they're called? Oh, I think so. And I just put some white texture paste through it, smoothed that through the stencil, took the stencil away and let it dry completely, and then I sprayed the card with Distress Oxide and Lindy spray. So the sprays were yellow, a sort of peachy colour, and then a little bit of red, and I think some coppery brown as well. And so then I let that completely dry, and then I've cut it down. So the ATC measurements are 2.5 by 3.5. So my black base, which is a heavy cardstock, that measures 2.5 by 3.5. So this one is like just smaller than that, and I've stuck it on already because it needed a little bit of pressure until it dried, just because there's been quite a lot of moisture in that cardstock, so it does tend to warp a little bit. So that is what I've done so far. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to add a little vellum. So I have heat embossed in black embossing powder. It's this Wow primary ebony. I've done this little sentiment here about autumn. It says autumn, noun, autumn, plural noun. Autumn's the 3rd season of the year when crops and fruits are gathered and leaves fall. In the Northern Hemisphere from September to November, in the Southern Hemisphere from March to May. The countryside is ablaze with colour in autumn. So I'm just going to rip this so that it's got a nice jaggedy edge. Like so. And the challenge with vellum is always how you stick it on, isn't it? So what I am going to do is put a little bit of glue in the corners, and then I'm going to disguise it in a couple of different ways. I've got some die cut leaves, and I'm also going to use Nuvo drops. So let's pop some glue on. Check I'm still in the frame. Yep. So I'm just going to put a splodge of glue in each corner, not too much. I'm going to pop it kind of in the middle there, and I'm just going to hold it down because it's quite an uneven surface with the texture paste. I'm going to do that. Let it dry a bit, and now I've got some little leaves that I've cut out. So I've got one like that, and one like this, and one like that. So what I did with these, I cut them out of plain white card, and then I used my Catherine Pooler inks, which are very juicy, and just sort of dunked the leaf in there, kind of smooshed it about a bit, and picked up the colour, and you'll see maybe this one and this one that I've added the veining. So what I did for that was I just took a metallic jelly roll. This is, does it have a colour listed on it? It's kind of a coppery colour, or even maybe a rose goldy sort of colour. And so I'm just going to add the veining. I didn't want anything too dark. You don't want it to look artificial. So I need to let that one just dry a little second. So I will glue these other ones on. So I'll pop that one on there. This one on here. And then this one. Up there. I'm just going to press all those down for a second. And then cover up that little splodge of glue like so. So that is the finished ATC, and I'll pop that up here. Now for my memory Dex card, this was a sheet of A4 card which, after I had inked up my little stenciled texture pasty card, I then had a glass mat that was covered in inky sprays. So I just smooshed it all up, added a little bit more, and out of this one sheet of A4 card, I've got 2 memory Dexes cut out. This is one of them. And I also got, I think, 5 ATC coins. So I've still got a bit left, which I'll probably die cut some leaves from or something. So this is my blank memory Dex card. I've just got the inky smooshed ink on it. And I've got some leaf stamps here. So these stamps, they came from the same kit as the autumn one. This is where the autumn one came from. And this is where, so I've used this leaf, and this leaf. And these all came from a Papercraft Society box. Let's see which one it is. It's number 23. It was by Crafty Individuals. It might have been last year, or it might have been longer ago. I'm not sure. So I've got those different leafy stamps. I've got these inks, which are all Memento. And I'm just going to add some randomly placed leaves. And I'm focusing most on the sort of edges, but I'm not kind of exclusively doing the edges. So there's all of that. And then, then I've got my autumn quote again somewhere. Here it is, and I've got some VersaFine black ink. Ink that up, and then just stamp that there. Like so. So I've created quite a patterned background, but I do want to pop some leaves on, and so I've actually cut a couple of leaves out from vellum, and these are going to go on here. And then I've also cut out a couple of acorns. Now this is from the same die set. It is a Sizzix one, I believe. So the same issue with the vellum as we had before. Minimum glue. So I'm going to pop a little bit at the bottom because that's going to be hidden, and then just a few little drops along the veins because I am going to add a little bit of colour there. Again, that bottom is going to be covered a little bit, like so. So this time I'm taking a gold metallic gel pen, and once I've got them stuck down nicely, I'm going to just draw. This one already has the veins sort of embossed, so I'm just following those lines down. Like so. Done that, and then I'm going to pop a acorn on. Like so. And then one in this bottom corner too. Like so. Now, I'm also going to add some gold Nuvo drops there and here, like so. And then just to finish it off, I'm going to take my gold gel pen again, and I'm just going to sort of doodle. Well, not really doodle, but outline this edge. I'm trying to not smudge anything that I've got on. Wouldn't be a project using Nuvo drops if I didn't smudge at least one. Can I do it without it? Whoops. Don't get cocky, don't get cocky. There we go. Haha. So that is my memory Dex card. So I've got two of those made. So the idea is I'm going to swap one and put one on my memory Dex. So I'll put that there. I also made another 3 of these ATCs, so I've got 4 of them. And then the one thing I haven't showed you was the ATC coins. So you'll see the ATC coin is very much in the same family as my memory Dex card. So I punched out my circle. I've actually inked round the outside of it. I've done the same thing with the leaves, but I've done it all over. So I don't know if you can see the sort of pattern in the background there. I've added the autumn definition and then a couple of leaves and an acorn, and I just used some acorns I already had die cut. So that one is, I think, a Tim Holtz one. That's another Sizzix. and a trim hole, and a Sussex. So yeah, so that is my autumn ATCs, ATC coins, and memory Dex cards. I hope that you like them. And yeah, are you obsessed like me with autumn and Halloween, or what is your favourite kind of theme for crafting? I do like Christmas as well, but yeah, these colours for autumn, and then the kind of the ghosties and the pumpkins and the trick-or-treaters and everything for Halloween. I just can't get past it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please say hi in the comments, and I will be back very soon with another video. Bye for now.